Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Yes, sorry, I've been away for I've been away for a bit. Yes, had to take some time out, meet some friends, sort some stuff out. Hope you guys are well. Yes, just sorting some things out on the street. Ah, there it is. Okay. I was trying to figure out where some of my stuff was. Yeah. Yeah, I've not been around, so suddenly all of a sudden I can't navigate around my own screens. Yes, hope you guys are doing okay. Yeah, plenty of chat on the forums, plenty of chat about. I hope that Football Manager 26 gets released this year. I'm sure it's going to be different. Yeah. But we're not going to dwell on it too much because no news has come from SI, and I doubt any is going to come. I mean, if anything else, they've been quiet, and there've been people who have been quite like, I personally don't like the fact that they've been quiet. Right? I never have, but I can understand why. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean that yeah, if you guys have been for you guys know if you guys have follow my personal socials, yeah, you probably know where I was. Yeah. But I think it's a great chance for me to catch up with friends. I mean, the moderators do have to meet once in a while. Yeah. Because some of us are friends and we catch up once in a while. And there, how do I put this? Sometimes you take a break because you take a break from engaging on social media, or you take a break engaging on the forums or talking about stuff because yeah, you want to kind of want to break, right? You don't want to deal with certain things. Yeah. So I guess everybody has their reasons for being quiet. Yeah. That's about it, man. Perhaps been to London. London, I see. Wow. I know there was a lot of that. I mean, Zealand was in London for his Watford thing. Yeah. And the rest of the guys live in London. What do you expect? They live in the UK. I mean, you could expect them to all agree to take a break and go like, hey, let's just meet up. Which we do sometimes, yeah. You'd be surprised though how often we meet up. Like sometimes you want to catch up with Aaron and ask him how his kids are doing. Yeah, or yeah, my family's in London as well, so I've got kids in London as well. I mean, I've got a cousin in London, so it gives me a chance to catch up with her. Yeah, so sometimes I end up going there because of family. Yeah, it's a long trip though, and I have to admit one thing: SIA standards, Singapore Airlines, the standards have dropped, man. I took a long flight recently, 14-hour flight. Okay, 14 hours on the plane. And there used to be a time where it's either I was sleeping for 10 hours, which I doubt. Yeah, because I do sleep, but I also I up for like 4 hours towards the end because I tend to be able to cycle my sleep patterns quite well when I'm flying. I will have if it's 13 hours, anything greater than 13 hours, I won't sleep for more than 7, and the rest of it I'll spend awake. Now, SIA used to be cool in the sense that you could they have a drink card. Yes, I'm alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic, but I like my alcohol, especially when I'm flying. This is really a good way to fall asleep. So there I was on the plane and I was awake and I was waiting for the drink card to come by me. The drink card never came. I had to go to the galley to ask for my shots of whiskey. And it felt odd because you're standing at the galley, all right? And people are going in and out of the toilet beside you. You're like, dude, seriously? Why can't I just have my drink I have my drink at where I'm seated? Because in the old days, I could have my drink where I'm seated, have my nuts, my and watch my movie and chill and put my hand up. The drink comes back again, and I'm going, hey, will you be around in the next 15 to 20 minutes? Yep. Okay, cool. All right. Boom. Another one. Boom. Man, I remember I was intoxicated so badly once when I was flying from Singapore to Auckland. By the time I landed, I guess I had finished like 2 bottles of whiskey and a bottle of champagne. Me and my friends in the back row of an aircraft. But now it's so different. It's like economy class passengers don't get the benefit of the drink card anymore. It's very sad. It seems almost as if you need to be flying on Emirates business class where they have a bar. I was lucky once I managed to experience that, which was phenomenal. I mean, literally, I think this was the first long flight I've ever been on where I didn't sleep because it was so much fun to be on the plane because it was business class. That was when I went to Florida. No, not to catch up with Zealand. I don't know why people think that I catch up with YouTube content creators. No, I was I've been to Florida twice because I actually paid money to go and hear someone talk. Yeah, that's back when I had a lot of money. Yeah. How was the trip? Our trip was tiring. Yeah, the trip was tiring. It was fun, but it was the journey that I wasn't so impressed with. I mean, I'm on the plane, and I think Singapore Airlines standards have plunged precipitously. I can't wait to catch up with some of my former, some Singaporean friends of mine. I plan to fly out soon again in about 2 weeks' time. I have another wedding to go to. Yeah, the weddings are piling up, man. Now it's not my friends' weddings. It's more the case of, hey, my son's getting married. Will you come over? I'm like, okay. Where do you stay? In New York. Okay. My daughter's getting married. Can you come over? Florida. Why can't they pay for my tickets to fly over? But they expect you to be there. It's like, yes, we want all our friends from all over the world to come for the wedding. Yeah, but I can't put you up in that hotel. Can you stay in my friend's house or can you stay by the street? But make sure you wear a suit to the wedding. What the? Quick question. I'm playing with FC Copenhagen and dominating the league with 15 wins. You should leave the league immediately because you're too good for it. Now, when I play, I obviously don't dominate the same and I play Champions League. What kind of tactic would you recommend using? Now, okay, so this is a very popular question among a lot of people. You dominate a league which is not in the top 5. And then when you get into Europe, you find that your team has struggles and you're looking to change your tactical style. Okay. The thing is that within your own tactical system, and this is something I find very challenging for a lot of people, the solution in Football Manager isn't simply just to go and change your tactic. It seems to be the simplest solution that's always bandied about by everybody. I get why it's done, because then you can go download their tactics. That's why it doesn't work. So you got to go and download another tactic. Then you go into this whole spin cycle of downloading tactics. Nothing seems to work. And then they'll turn around and tell you need better players. So the thing is, it's always going to end with that line. Your players aren't good enough for the tactic. So why bother downloading tactics? Just get better players. Okay. That is the thing about Football Manager. So essentially what you need to do is I'm not suggesting, you're not probably as Copenhagen, you're not going to find top players wanting to come play for you, right? So that's the first problem that you have. So you can't get these top players to come so they can win the Champions League. So you end up building a system or a structure in your club which allows you to develop talent, top talent, sell them, make some money, and hopefully you can get some players who may not be interested in playing for PSG but are good enough to play for your side, but maybe to be on the bench at PSG. So you get some kind of quality in your team. Then you need to find a tactical system, and this is where everybody stumbles. I mean, yeah, even me. Okay, so you need to find your tactical system, something that you're comfortable with. What are you comfortable playing with? Now, here is the kicker. You need to be able to tweak your system slightly, because if you're playing away from home, do you know how to play with a low defensive line? Sometimes I do that when I'm playing difficult matches where I tell my team not to be so high up the pitch, because we are traveling away from home, and I think a 0-0 result is good enough. That was the case with my Hungarian team when I played the Europa Cup against Sevilla. I needed a win. So what did I do? I took my tactical system, which was basically a 4-2-3-1, and I played a low defensive line. But my line of engagement was set to high. What does that do? You see, understanding team instructions is really important. This allows you to be able to do these kind of small little things without having to go and download a tactic. So my suggestion is going to be this, and it's not a popular suggestion in this world of quick fixes and instant gratification. You need to understand what you're doing. And it's going to be much harder when FM26 rolls around the corner. Because SI are always evolving their game. Now, what does this mean? If you look at the game when it was first released in 1998, 98, 97, that was a long time ago. I played that edition of the game. It was a simple game, pop in, you can't go wrong, very easy. The tactics were basically like freaking, like, there was no effort required in tactics. All you needed were players. Okay? So you ended up finding the game would evolve slowly over time, so it became more tactically intensive, and I expect that direction to continue. So at the start of the game was just dump the players in. 20 years later, now you got to start thinking about tactics. SI in the between 2013, after 2012, 2013, right, the year, SI wanted to make the game a bit more involved during the game day experience, for you to be a bit more involved in tactical decisions, because it was too easy for you just to plug in a tactic and go and sleep. So they needed you to start thinking about what kind of changes you could make. So that's the future of the game. So in order for you to be ready for the future, you actually need to understand the game a bit more. And this is the disjunct between the new gamer and the old gamer, right? Or maybe even the person who understands football tactics and the person who doesn't understand football tactics. So there are several things you need to understand at the really basic level. One, what does the line of engagement do? What does a defensive line mean? A lot of people are going to tell you, you want to play defensively, you got to play, don't play with a low defensive line. A lot of people are going to tell you things like, if you play a low defensive line, everyone's going to attack you. No, that's not true, because a defensive line just tells your team where to be when you don't have the ball, right? So I want you to be closer to my goal. That's it. So conversely, when you're pushing up the pitch, they won't really push that high up the pitch. They will be always cognizant of the fact that they can't be too far away, because they're maintaining a low defensive line. You pick players with poor stamina and work rate and decide to play attacking roles in the defensive third. You can expect them to get very tight. Things like you need common sense for. So you're gonna have to think about what you need to do. So my advice is, if you're gonna be playing as Copenhagen away from home, look at your tactical system. What are you playing? Are you playing a 4-2-3-1? Then think about how you can make your 4-2-3-1 a bit more solid. Looking at my tactic, right? So if I looked at my tactic right now, this is my 4-2-3-1. Away from home, right? I actually have variations of this system. So I play this 4-2. I know it says here 4-4-2 because I changed it. So I've got this mid block with a standard defensive line. Why? Because I don't want them up too high up the pitch. But look at how I've set up, right? And then I don't have another one. This is like when I'm at home and I decide, you know what, I want to be a bit more attacking. Look at me. Much higher defensive, higher press. So I'm playing high up the pitch with the same tactic. So here I've got a DM and a volante. Here, they're playing very high up the pitch because I just want this box to box to get up, CM to get up, the libero. So there's a lot more. Here, the defensive line is much higher, right? Because it is much higher, it literally tells my team, hey, you know what? This is what I want you to do. I want you to be like thinking, I want this much higher defensive line literally tells my team, hey, we're going to be further away from goal when we don't have the ball. So the support is going to be for midfield. If I play with a lower defensive line, the priority is to defend. So if you're playing Football Manager, modifying your tactics slightly can help. But you don't have to go in there and create an entirely new tactical system. If you're playing a 5-2-3, my goodness, I will tell you one thing. I would stop playing it. Why? Because a 5-2-3, a back three system, right? When you play like a back three system, it's terrible for European sides who are underdogs. because you actually need to be high up the pitch when you want to score goals. Now, if you were to play that exclusively away from home, I might consider it. Like, I'm an underdog. I'm away from home all the time. I want to play a 5-2-3 because then I only have 5 at the back. They're going to make life a bit difficult. I got 2 like DMs and I only have, depending on 3 on the attack, go for it. Yeah. Away from home, I would say go for it. But if you need to win games, you need a plan B. And this is where the 5-2-3 falls short, because in order for it to win games, it's got to have those wing backs high up the pitch. So consider this. How do you get a back 3 shape when you're building out? Think about other formations that give you a 3. This is a 3-2 build out. But like a back 5, right? A back 5 has got a 3 defenders, but it stays with 3 defenders. But here I've got like a 3-2 build out as well. Libero comes here, DM holds his position, Volante goes up. So it's a much more safer 3-2 build out. So think about other ways you can get it to work. And that's one approach that you can. My suggestion is that you don't need, the formation itself shouldn't be your, like the numerical thing that I'm playing a 5-2-3 or a 4-2-3 or 4-1-4. It shouldn't be the end of the world for your tactic. CDM, deep line playmaker, then you're holding position. Yeah, so you got 2 roles there, Nick, that are holding position. So if you got 2 roles there that are if you've got 2 roles there that are holding position, then you are literally, what you have is a counter-attacking system. So I would think that would be a great system away from home. Yeah. But personally, I don't play back 3 systems anymore. I did with Lyon very early. I played like a 5-2-1, right? I played a 5-2-2-1 because that back 5 system is actually very nice. Like a system like this, right? I've used it before. I can show it. I can play on the stream and show you how it would work. Like here, a 5-2-2-1, like this. Alright, I gotta put this guy here. Okay, so then I'll play like this. The reason why I like this system for underdogs, right, is because that it does 2 things very well. One, it has a solid core. It's got a box defense, or rather a 3-2 defense, right? Rest defense is 3-2, and it's got a box attack. So I can definitely rely, and I don't really need these guys to be like too attacking. I can just get them to be on support, and then against some teams, and these 2 guys become like ball playing defenders or central defenders. So they can be central defenders, and if I wanted to push, I'll be libero. So how I would play a tactical system like a back 5 is very different. Yeah, what I suggest when people play this game is to think of the many ways you can morph your tactic. Like, okay, I'll show you what I mean. Like your tactic is like this, probably like this, right? 5-2-1-2. Who am I playing? I'm playing Gaunt. Wait, this is what? Europa League phase. Okay, I'm gonna try and play this to see whether I can make a tactic straight away. Okay, are we away or home? I'm at home. Okay, we'll try, This is gonna be crazy. Okay, so we are playing at home. What do I have first up? Do I have players who can do this? I've got 3 defenders. What are they playing? Next opponent, what are they playing? They're also playing a 5-2-1-2. I'll cross out. The 2 tactics will cross each other out. Whoever is the wing back and whoever can build up play is going to be the better team on the day. So they got pressing for advanced midfielder, 5-2-1-2. They need their wing backs to get out of the pitch, but they cannot go cycle the ball through the middle. Same thing with us. Okay, so we'll just we'll play a 5-2-1-2 because now I want to choke their basically want to choke their. I want to do a box. Okay, so wing back. Okay, what can we do? That's more interesting. I can't do a libero here. Doesn't make any sense because they're gonna have a what's it called again? They're gonna have that role there, right? The AM. 3 ball playing defenders, 2 wing backs. So yeah, Segundo and 1 ball winning, 1 into it. No, you don't play an inverted wing back in a back 5. wouldn't advise it. So I'm gonna play a wingback on support, DM, AM. We're gonna have a floater here. I'm gonna push because we're playing at home. I want it to be a bit more aggressive. Libero on defense. This guy's gonna come up. This guy is gonna push up in attack. This guy is gonna be in AP on support. He's gonna I'm gonna get him to roam from position and move into channels. So he's gonna drift here and there. This guy is gonna be a poacher, and this guy is gonna be a shadow striker. We'll do a focus play down the right. We will do dribble less. Tempo will be very high. I don't want to waste time with the ball. I want it to get up the pitch. I want the wingbacks to be the problem is if I get the wingbacks to be the primary focus, we're playing right into the hands of the other formation, right? So I'm gonna not distribute to flanks. Or we're gonna draw that back five out. They're playing a back five as well, so I want them to be higher up the pitch. So we're also going to be playing it on positive mentality. A lot of the passes tend to be shorter. Lower defensive line, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do a trap. Actually, I can do a trap. Yeah, trap outside. So I'll do the counters on the flanks as well. So okay, higher defensive line. Wingbacks gonna join the attack. Poacher, DM, Volante is gonna come here. AP is gonna drift to the right. Wingback is gonna come in. No need. We'll do a shadow striker instead. Volante is coming here. Shadow striker will be here, and Poacher will be here. Wingback is coming up. No, actually, I need the guy to float. Okay, so we leave it alone. Here, this wingback is on support. We'll have a wingback on attack. This is a very, very heavy tactic that's attacking. Yeah, I'll be using two wingers instead of central midfielders. Yeah, that's dangerous, you know. I would definitely come up with a different tactical system because you have to look at making yourself a bit more resilient away from home as well. Who is this guy, Friday? This is a very average long car. Who the heck is Keksmeti? Jeez, I don't even know my players, man. Half my players can't play in this system. Popov is not ready. He's not registered. Oh, I can't play this system. Now my players are registered. This guy, he can't play here. This is terrible. I can't play this tactic. There's no way I can play this tactic. I don't have the players with. Yeah. Gotta switch to this. Takax, Lonka, Ben Romdane, Aneba. Takax. Who the heck is Takax? Takax is one of my youth players, man. I can't even play that tactic. Donata. Civic can... Wait. Cisse. Where's Cisse? Look at the number of players in my team who are not good enough for this tactic. Ovath is a kid as well. We're probably never going to get past this team. Okay, let's try this then. Okay, we got Takax, Lonka, Romdane, Kotuana, Friedrich. Who the hell is... Okay, Friedrich is here. Varga is here. Coutinho is here. Civic, I think we can ask him to play. No, we can't. Romy, Cordoba, Takax. Oh, God. This unavailable is unavailable. They can't play. Yeah. It's going to be tough. Nah, this is too risky. Too many players. I can at least try my best with this. Okay, I'm gonna try and get him to play. No, he can't even play there. Okay, that's it, man. How you look to exploit a player playing 4-2-4? This player would be my. How would I exploit a player playing a 4-2-4? 4-2-4. 4-3. A 4-2-4. We are 4-4-2. Yeah. That's how I exploit the 4-2-4. Because the 4-2-4 will run out of options on the flanks with a 4 against a 4-4-2. And then you still be able to do a focus play, attack the flanks. Yeah. I won't fight a 4-2-4 with a 4-2-4. I'll fight a 4-2-4 with a 4-4-2. Because the 4-2-4 will have potentially in quick transitions, right? It will have space. It will leave space on the flanks. Okay, this is a bit defensive, but this we don't have players, you know. Ish. Okay, Musi Politic. Okay, Takax, Aneba, Kodro is injured. Howard. None of my players are good enough. Yeah. Pascal Zachariason. I think we'll just ask Lonka to play Zach to play. Okay. That's the best I can do. The Takax is young, but he's not there yet. Asking to play against Gaunt is probably a bit scary. Okay, wait, let me think. Focus play down the right. We take no run at defense, counter press. We draw them out mid block. Yeah, we'll do a mid block. Play our defense, sorry. We're going to play our defense for once because this team that we are playing against is playing with a back five, right? So, and I'm going to play high up the pitch. Yeah, step up more. They're playing a back five. So, we want to draw them out. So I'm hoping that, you know, I think a lot of things are going to change when FM 2026 comes around the corner. But tactics and the way you play, the way you think, they're not going to be changing because football is football. Okay, so go to comprehensive. Aneba, Cordoba, this is like my second, not even my first team, no. Yeah, because we have registration issues in the Champions League. I can't get my best players to play. Yeah, so it's always going to be a problem in the Champions League. I rushed through again, and I didn't play the right players. So we are still building our squad. We're only in the first season, second season. They scored a goal. There's the other thing about this 5-2-1-2. This is one of the reasons why if you play this away from home, you're better off. Because the other formation will try and attack you. And the only issue you're going to have is whether you can keep the ball. So we're going to definitely try and keep the ball now. Put ball into box and then try and take this team on counter. Distribute. No kicking the ball. We're going to keep as much of the possession and push high up the pitch now. Yeah. And also we'll get this guy to stay in the area. Cordoba. Nice work. The politic puts it in. Zach can't get there. Hope they don't go down the right. That's why we don't have a good player. There we go again. We don't have a fullback there. Anyway, the exercise centrally, I've been playing 5-2-4. Centrally, you're a libero. You play a libero-based system. If you play a libero-based system, you can exploit the 4-2-4 very easily through the middle. So you need a setup like mine, or you can play like it. Now, right, looking at this, right, I decide, okay, fine, you know, I go attack you a bit more. I now play one defender only. Cordoba will come here, Neighbor will come here. So I done like, now I'm looking for a goal, right? So I'm only playing one defender in the transition. So if I lose my rest defense only has one guy. So the fullbacks will take part in the attack, no? So that you have the option when you have what was it called again? A libero. But it's risky. Hey, Maximovic, how you doing, man? We lost the first game. Because Okay, then we don't have anybody else in midfield. We got no more DMs. That's it. Lonka is to come here now. Because Zach's on yellow. I'll put Pascal here. Hi, Drew. I'm doing okay, man. How are you? How's everyone doing? I know a lot of people wondering about FM 26. But even if there was news, it'll be SI will share it, not us. Bastian! Okay, I'm going to have to try and get aggressive. Gone already got a goal. They got a goal from a set piece. We have to use our second stringers to try and see if we can get a result. Civic does really well. I'm fine just drinking my sexy spicy coffee. Making lunch for your son. Wow, sounds like a great day ahead, man. Coming up for you, Maximovich. Okay, they're back 5. We're trying to draw them out, but Frydek to Lonka. Nope. Again, Civic. Now we got both our fullbacks joining in, so we only got one player at the back. We lose the ball, we're in trouble. Nice pass. Oh, almost got the goal. That was a good move, man. Any FM20s? No, SI will share when they're ready to share, man. Seems like a very popular question. So a lot of the streamers will be streaming this week, I guess. Oh, is that in? Yeah, we got the equalizer. We're pushing even harder now. Thought we were playing like a one defender system, man. Because we fell a goal behind, but really want to get a win. Oh. It's a very, very risky setup that I'm using right now. Lonka is playing quite well. Now I'll tell you what we'll do. We got Musi, we can take him off. Kotenowa. Who's Nicholas Pierini? Okay, we bring Pierini on for Musi. Then I think we can bring Courtois on. Kotenowa. For Friday, who's not really playing well. Then Politic. We'll leave Politic on. Kehinde for Politic. Okay. Hope you enjoy your time in London. Let's hope that the FM26 have a better interface and nice colors and good UI. Yeah, I think that a lot has to be said about SI's reaction. Remember, SI decided to stay quiet for a while. I mean, there could be a lot of reasons why. Sometimes a company is quiet because they have no choice but to be quiet. Because you have to remember, right, there are a lot of other companies or they have a lot of other partners, and there could be legal reasons why SI can't say anything. Sometimes you're just like, okay. Anyway, I'm glad they're not saying anything. Yeah. When I want them to have something they are happy to talk about. When they finally say something. Instead, because remember the last time when they came out with this really like their whole screw up with their TBA, their roadmap, and then that was quite terrible, right? We all laughing, and then on top of that, all of us took it out on the logo because there's nothing else to take it out on, nothing else to show our frustrations, take our frustrations out on. Right, except for the logo. Poor logo got smashed by everybody, including me, man. I was the one that called it rolled up Pampers. Oh, come on, we're looking for the win. No, I tell you, we're not playing badly against Gone, but we should win this game. We have to. These are the teams we have to beat. They are our level. Again, off the woodwork. Wow, we're really pushing for the win. Penalty. Right on, baby. Whoa, we really push for the result. Come on, let's get a penalty in. Come on, boys. Who's this that's stepping up? I'm never getting involved with penalties. Let the players choose. Vargas scores. Yes! We pushed and pushed and pushed. Ooh, we're back. Okay, inverted fullback. Now we can channel our inner. Let's not do it anymore. Step up more, no more. No more pass into space. No more work into box. Oh, we did it. We channel our inner Guardiola. We channeled it. Do you think the 3-4-2 is going to be more successful with yeah, it will be. No, I think it needs. Okay, I had a 3-4-2-1 is a very strong tactical system. Okay, what it requires is very pacey players because your two DMs have to be very fast. Okay, that is the issue with the 3-4-2-1, and this is the reason why United struggle with that formation, because they don't have a fast midfield. They have Casemiro, not exactly your poster boy or speed. Okay, so they need that in order for them to perform. So all tactical systems, they need the right kind of players. It's not a case of will that become a thing. You see, a lot of us watch the football games, think in terms of the formation must be a 3-4. That's not the top formation, 3-4-2-1. But you all spend too much, people spend too much time like that watching TV, you know. Actually, I've spoken to managers before in real life. Like I ask them, and they'll be with a wry smile, they'll go and talk. They hate the question, what formation are you playing? They don't like to think in terms of formations. They are all structures. So how do they defend? How do they attack? You go into a coaching, you go into one of the dressing rooms, right? You don't tell them, okay, we're lining up as a 4-4-2. They got these little discs all over the boards, and they're telling the place where they want them to be in different phases of transition. So the question should really be, how is he going to be attacking and how they be defending? What defensive shape do they take up when they're defending, and what attacking shape do they? Do you know that Amorim actually does a build-up pattern which is a 4-2-2-2-2? It's not 3-4-2-1, no. It's a 4-2-2-2-2. Yeah, that's his build-up pattern. So the thing is that what we should be looking at is how are they setting their rest defense up when they're attacking, like what Jose Mourinho said. When I'm attacking with the ball, what does the rest of my team look like? That is the positions they want to take when they are attacking. And then when they're attacking, what do they look like, right? How do they want to attack? So Ruben Amorim likes to attack his sides with two players wide. He usually has a wing back and a player in the half channel with another player behind the wing back in the half channel. So it gives him like a diamond there. So a lot of the managers, when they attack, they like to get their APs or his false stance, right? Amorim has got false stance. So that's one of the reasons why people start thinking, I need to use a 3-4-2-1 for that shape. But actually, you can do it with a back four as well. Yeah. So it's not gonna be. So it depends on if it were me and I was trying to set his tactic up, I would look at his team first. But 3-4-2-1, is it going to be more successful? The formations the numbers themselves are not important. It's their attack. I wonder when people are gonna start thinking in terms of structures, because we need to start thinking not in terms of formations, but in terms of the systems that they use, the structures that they take shape. I like to think of I'm attacking in a 3-2-5 or 3-1-6. I don't care what my numbers are, but when I'm building up my pattern, it's a 3-2-5. Meaning my rest defense is a 3-2 and my attacking shape is a 5. That means I have 5 players in attack. Then how do I attack in the 5? Wide or narrow? So if it's wide, it means that I'm probably playing with wingers and 2 strikers in the area. I just want to drop in a lot of crosses with one guy floating in the center. That's it. Right. Or I could be like Ruben Amorim's 3-2. Again, is another 3-2. It's also a 5. But Ruben Amorim's 5 is going to be slightly different. It's a 1 in attack, okay, and 2 wing backs and 2 10s. So it all depends on your interpretation of the system. And I think that's going to be the easiest way for me to look at tactics going forward. And I'm probably going to do that for FM26 and moving forward for all my tactical systems. I'm just going to go 3-2 build out, 3-2-5. And people are just going to come on the stream. I thought you're making a back 5 system. I'm like, no, dude, seriously? Yeah. The problem with Football Manager is, well, this is the biggest challenge Football Manager has. Now, Football Manager, I mean, we can all say with quite some certainty that when FM26 is going to come around, they will have like a with and without ball, or not with and without ball, more like when we have possession of the ball and when we don't have possession of the ball formations. All right, because that's where we're heading with the game. It's quite obvious because to me it's quite obvious. So then but the problem then becomes, the easiest way for SI to make it a marketable product would be for them to go, oh yeah, this is your attacking formation, this is your defending formation. Man, the number of the people that are going to struggle with that is intense, no? Because what happens in transition? How does a team look in transition? Well, when you have the ball in your defensive third, you have a ball in midfield, and then you have a ball in your attacking third. You need to know how they look like, right? So that's why 3-4-2-1. I can make a 3-4-2-1 using this. Yeah. Because Arne Slot also does a 3-4-2-1. Arne Slot plays a 3-4-2-1 as well. But he doesn't use 3 defenders. He uses a system which has got a back 4. So yes, I think the 3-4-2-1 is going to be extremely successful in real life. Okay, it's going to be the most successful system in real life, but it will come in 2 forms: either a 4-2-3-1 or a 3-4-2 orthodox 3 defenders, 2 DMs, and 2 wingbacks, and basically a 5-2-2-1. Yeah. So you're gonna have those 2. So you're gonna have one that looks like this, 3-4-2-1, or you're gonna have one that can be done like this, 4-2-3-1. So these 2 formations will be the strongest formations coming up very soon. So how do you get this to work? Right. So that's gonna be the. So in a real life, what will happen is this guy will drop into defense, right? So that's how it's gonna. I mean, in possession and out, I don't know if it's gonna happen with the option set in possession tactics and out possession, but basically all rumor and conjecture, right? I think that as I want to move in that direction, yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I suspect we will. I mean, that's my suspicion. Whether or not it's going to happen or not, it's to be seen. Okay, so we're going to try the 3-4-2-1 right now. So, okay. So what do we have here? We have this guy. We want him to drop here, right? So this is the fry deck. So fry deck in this system will have to end up here. Okay, so, and then this guy, one of these guys ends up here, right? So who can play as a DM? So we can get Lonka to play as a libero. So he'll push into this position. So when you go into this, Lonka. Wait, let me see. So we got correct. Epina. So Lonka will stay in the defense. Okay, I got that. So we just have to play Friday will move. Yeah, Friday is gonna be there. Cordoba, Musi will come here. Zachariason can play on the right. And then Perini can play here. Musi will play here. These will be our 2 wing backs. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so we start with this. Where's our Cordoba? Oh, we do have another defender, Zabo. Who the hell is Zabo? Yeah, Zabo is a kid. Okay, let's not get confused. Too many of my players right now. I'm seeing them and I'm going, who the hell are you? Who the heck are you? Okay. All right. Okay, so we don't have more defenders. Cisse. Okay, Cisse. Cisse will play here. Okay, so now we have what looks to me like a 5-2-2-1. Okay, so we got a 5-2-2-1. Barat, Lonka, Musi, Pierini. What was my plan? My plan was for Lonka to come in here. See, that's why this is so bloody annoying. Okay. Pierini to come over here. Friday will come over here. Yeah. Something like this. Okay, right. Okay, Friday will come here. Okay. Can work. So it'll be like this. No, a lot of teams are probably gonna end up playing systems that attack and defend in different ways, right? So hold on. So we're gonna be attacking. Counter press counter. No mid block. We're gonna play like this. And to a trap. Try we counter back the same way. See whether this works. Okay. Because the other formation does the same thing. Yeah. But this is like a defensive version of the formation. Here we'll defend in a 5, right? So we defend in a 5 and 2-2-1. Right. If I change to this, right? Now I'll defend in a 4-4 because these guys drop into this position because of 4-4-1. Perini now has to play here. Lonka plays here. Musi plays here. See? That is the reason why this is how we do it on Football Manager right now. Right? So my defensive shape is a 4-4-2, right? So the two roles drop like that. But it's harder, no? But I think in FM26, it'll be quite challenging as well for people. Because it's going to be a new interface. Whichever way you look like it's not going to be like this. No? It's not going to be like, oh, I choose a 4-4-2, 4-10, let's go. Because there's so much to it. Like, where are these players in transition? How do you suggest? How do you sort that one out? No way, man. Could you replicate a volante style? No, you cannot replicate a role. You can't do it. You can never replicate one role with the PIs using a generic role. It doesn't work that way. Because all the roles are hard-coded. To some extent, they're hard-coded, especially the movement. The positional play, for example. The volante is designed for positional play. That's hard-coded into the role. But a DM is not going to do positional play. So he doesn't encourage the players to go wide. So that's one of the reasons why it is impossible to replicate a role to behave like something that's hard-coded. So it doesn't work that way. It's totally impossible. Unless you're playing FM20, was it FM24 or 23? And even that, if you're playing FM23, 24, you have to remember that the PIs are a tendency to do something. Doesn't mean they're going to do it all the time. They sometimes do it and sometimes they don't. Okay, so far so good. We did mess around with tactics. So now we got our 3-4, basically another version of the 3-4-2-1, but now played in a back four. So yeah, 3-4-2-1. Do you ever use stopper cover duties? Nah, I never use stopper cover duties. That stopper cover duty is not necessary. Ever since I've stopped. The only time I do it is in a back three system. Yeah, maybe when I'm playing 3 central defenders, then I'll have one central defender on cover. That's about it. But in a back four, never do it. Because I feel like it sometimes messes about with the offside traps. Onka does well. Popov goes back to Andreev. Do we want to score a goal? I think we can. We can push a bit more, but we'll just wear this team out and then do it later. I mean, defensively doing okay. I mean, they're not really getting into very good goal scoring positions. Everything is like boom, cross. 4 games I'm expected to lose. If I set my DM to mirror the player instructions volante, would that be more of a defense? The DM would not be. I mean, if I were you, if you want to be a lot more defensive and you don't want to, you can then use the PIs for a. You can use the PIs for a volante, and then he'll do those volante things some of the time, but he will not be involved in positional play. Yeah. In fact, in a lot of my tactics, sometimes I prefer playing with double DMs instead of volantes, because sometimes when I'm leading, I want to like make sure that I stay as cohesive as possible. Right now, we've taken the lead. I can come in here and I go like defensive with support. So what I end up doing here is I take one guy fewer risks, one guy take more risks. In case here, this is where my focus plays on the right. So I'll tell this guy to take more, and then I'll tell this guy to take fewer risks. So this is what I do. So I don't need a positional play feature anymore. I don't need him going up. That's all I do. That way, he doesn't, in this case, I'm doing focus play on the right, on the left. But I could make small changes. Like this guy, I need him involved now more in the game. So we'll get him to be a bit more involved. carry on. Barath is a young player, so let's hope he doesn't screw things up. Now we just sit back and try and win the game, and then we can also standard defensive line is fine. Yeah, step up more for the outside try. That's fine. Work ball into box will take it out. Penalty. Damn it. Reviewing the incident. We have a yellow card on that side, and all the attacks now coming on the side where the Ramdaughter was playing. We also playing with youngsters in our team. This guy, Barath. I have to pay Noster and this guy are not my regular defenders as well. Lonka goes back to Noster. Oh man, what a terrible pass. Tridek, Popov. We didn't exactly explode in the first half, right? Musi will come off. Where is Keinde? Making a change before the end of the first half. Man, the guy who just came off is probably pissed off at me. Letting the ass man do all the talking. Because honestly, right, I don't think team talks really matter in this game. It's like, I know people, yeah, to me, it's a placebo effect. Honestly, I know there are people who swear by it, but to me, it's like a placebo effect. Like, yeah, okay, try without. I guess it's like one of those things in life, right? Once you're so used to doing something, and then when somebody tells you not to do it anymore, you're like, you can't. You swear by it. You swear that it works, even though you don't have any empirical evidence to back your claims up. And I don't think anybody has any empirical evidence that team talks actually work. Because people were swearing by shouts for so many years. And then SI turned around and says, they don't work. So what makes you think team talks actually do work? Because team talks and shouts aren't that far away from each other. Though. They're about the same thing. Because the shouts have like a effect for a short while. And then team talks is supposed to have an effect, but only empirical evidence people have the body language. But how does body language actually translate into the game? Is there any evidence that the body language, good body language results in great wins? So that's my take on team talks. Team talks have never in a million years, to me, made a difference. I never bothered with team talks. Barath playing quite well now. The guy was making the mistakes was Noster, not Barath. Barath is a youngster that's playing quite well. Noster was one giving away the ball. Lonka is really... Okay, we're not working ball into box anymore because we don't take a chance. But we also don't do positional play anymore. We got a libero pushing up slightly. That's about the only difference we have in this tactical system. Oh, come on. Noster again, don't screw things up. Barath links up play to Cisse, Popov to Perini. He tries to feed. All right, we know what to do. This guy is going to become an advanced forward. Kodro will come off and now we bring Varga on. And then Noster is still going to carry on playing. Cordoba will keep him on the pitch. Barath will keep on playing. I think we already did one change just now. This is the second change. Okay. The 3-4-2-1 actually works. Yeah. It works. But you don't have to play it. The problem for most people, the issue I have with most people is that they play it like a back five system. But actually the one that if you look at the build out for Amorim, right, he builds out as a 4, no? He actually builds out. When you look at how he plays, how his whole team lines up, it's a back 4. But most people swear that it's a back 3, right? And then defensively, like 3 defenders. But you can also create the system with a 3-4-2-2-2-2-2. Yeah. Use inverted fullbacks, but have them on underlaps or overlaps. You can't do it as a 4-box system. But the problem is in Ruben Amorim system is that in the Manchester United team, you got to get super fit players. That's the problem. United cannot... United in real life need a lot of pace. The 3-4-2-1 itself, I don't like the formation. But you can make it work as a box. 4-2-2-2-2-2-2-2. So right now, we're doing this, right? So if I wanted to do like Roman Amorim style, okay, I can also do it like this. I don't know where to go. I have to change, I have to find my Hungary again. Let's find a Hungary 4-3-2-1. This, okay, we got 4-3-2-1. Oh, this is new. Okay. This is very different, man. Okay, all right. So what we'll do is we'll do this. But theirs will be a 4-2-2-2-1, right? So we do a 4-2. Wonder if this can work. Okay, all right. Let's try this, huh? Shadow striker, AP support, volante on support, libero. Now you got 3-4-2-1 again. Okay, all right. Underlap. Okay, so you got Perini, Friday, Kehinde, Lonka, Barath, Noster, Cisse, Popov. Shadow strikers will move here. Volantes or push up. These guys will push up. Okay, let's go. This is crazy. But you can make a 3-4-2-1 work in different ways. But this one is like a box, right? But also 3. Let me see where the 4 comes. This 3 will go up, right? But there will not be much of a 4. Everybody will be in the final third attacking. I have to admit, though, I have to spend more time because Ruben Amorim was playing differently with Sporting, with Lisbon. How he does it with United, because I don't judge anything by the way he was doing last season, because he didn't have the players for his system last season. So all the time he was like, it was rubber banding his team. Yeah. Offside. Alright, he was rubber banding. So I'm waiting for him to get his players because he doesn't have the players for his system. He hasn't had the players for his system for a long time. But his system demands an attacking wingback. So these systems all don't really have an attacking wingback. Just have an inverted fullback. He's got, oh my goodness, what a defensive. Okay, this tactic definitely won't work. Yeah, this one won't work. Let's do another one. Okay, we want an inverted. I know where you guys are coming from. 3 like this. This is what you all want. Then you can have the flying there. Do it like this. Yeah. Okay, then this will be a flying wing back. Yeah, then you get, but the United system is double DMs. Two DMs, because they don't leave the center so much. Yeah. So what you can do here is get further forward, take more risks. Okay. Get further forward, take more risks. Okay. All right, so they will move forward. Then we get these two to move. What we can do is get this guy to move up. Okay, liberos defend. And then these two guys become ball-playing defenders. Okay. All right, so then what we'll do is these two guys become shadow strikers. The problem is we need these two guys to become like the quasi playmakers. So for that to happen, they have to be volantes. Sorry. That's a problem with the Amorim system. The Amorim system needs these two guys to be quasi playmakers. So they're always going wide. These guys are pushing up. So then we now have a problem. There's nobody defending, okay, except for these two. Okay, I think I know what to do. Okay, we get this guy to become libero on defend, and this guy to become libero on defend, and this guy to become a libero on support. Okay, all right. This will be ultimate tactic. It's the craziest tactical system you'll see me do right now. Okay, so you got Lonka, Barath. Lonka will come in here. Okay, Kahinde comes in. Perini will come here. Okay. Perini can't play here. Friday can play here. Friday can. Got tackling. At least got 10. Okay. Better than nothing. Okay, Zach comes on. No. Rini. Yeah. Okay, Friday goes forward. Okay. So you got Shadow Striker, complete for attack. Okay. All right. Okay. Pass into space, underlap, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Counter. Twing. Okay. No invite cross. Okay. This is do it like this. Okay, let's go. Much higher defensive line. Boom, boom. We need these two guys up the pitch. Bam. Okay. No pass into space. All right, let's go. This is the closest I think I can come to a Ruben Amorim Manchester United system. But he has to use volantes. Then when you look, when you want to defend, then you go DM, double DMs. That's it. But you need to have a focus play left and right because Ruben Amorim uses wingbacks, flying wingbacks, right? So let's go to the next game. I'll make sure we tweak it for the next game for Ruben Amorim, right? That's what you wanted, right? But the problem is you need very good players and you need to be very capable. I think you need to be able to change things on the fly, like as in these two. Okay, so we'll change this guy into wingback on attack, both of them wingbacks on attack. We get these two guys to be volantes. Okay, this guy to be a shadow striker because we don't want any other role. Don't want them roaming. Shadow striker, poacher also can complete for. I think poacher or complete for will be fine. Okay, then double liberos. In fact, triple liberos. Libero. So we still get a 2. We try this first, libero and support. So this guy pushes up, becomes a diamond. These guys are pushing up. Okay. Focus, underlap. Okay. Counter. No mid. No trap. Much higher defensive line. As close as I can get. Or higher. Okay, all right. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, United's the challenge for United has been the players. The do double. The problem for United is the tactical system actually works. It's not like it doesn't work or it's a bad system. It's just that United players are slow. Like you can't play that kind of system, which expects your DMs, because the United system demands volantes, not DMs. They need the two guys to go up. So Bruno Fernandes can have more of an impact supporting the flying wingbacks. So in Ruben Amorim's system, the two AMs, right, they play more like playmakers, which is very similar to Arne Slot's system as well. Arne Slot does the same thing, but he uses a back four to get the effect. But Amorim plays a back 3. But the problem here is going to be, first we go very aggressive. Actually, libero is not really important. Okay, let's not play with liberos. We play with ball-playing defenders. I think we'll avoid the libero first. But libero would make the tactic really sing. But the problem is, it's too risky, right? So we'll tell both volantes to take few risks. So this could curb some of that forward running that they do. I don't know how much. Antelope. I think, Ruben Amorim is a long way away from the right players for his team. And Liverpool, I know Liverpool are in a massive rebuild right now with the passing of Jota. The tragic passing of Jota, it becomes even more like unfortunate for Liverpool. Okay, so we got Furious on both these two guys. So these two guys will be shoved to the sides, right? So what I'll do is instead of shadow strikers, we place AMs on attack. Shadow strikers are 2 attacking. Then we go move roam. Okay, take Morris. So occasionally they play like AMs and occasionally they like this. Okay, so we got 2 AMs on attack and 1 poacher. Alright, okay, so we quick pick now. Lonka. We're not going to do this. We're going to use ball-playing defenders instead. And then this guy is just going to be a ball-playing defender. Okay, now somebody is asking me when do I do this. Right? Okay, cover. That's only. All right, let's go and see how this team plays. Whether it works. My interpretation of how Ruben Amorim system might work. Oh, man. Okay, let's go. Paxi Football Club third. We are not top of the table. No, that's a problem. We've been tweaking tactics. CC asked to discuss future. We'll have to discuss an improved contract. How old is he? 29 years old. I can't really justify an improved contract for you. Okay. Okay, we got playing against a diamond. Okay, this will be interesting because the good news is we're already focusing play left and right, right? Okay. Okay, here we go. Wait, let me think. Opposition instructions. Let's keep these guys right foot, left foot. Okay. Keep them on the flanks. Okay, there we go. Boom. Not bad. We got into the final third very quickly. Okay, so you got a tree here like this, and then these guys will push only that civic, the wing backs high up the pitch. So we might see a lot of crossing. Okay, what we can do to remove that is do this now. Okay, we'll get more cutbacks. The wing backs will high up the pitch. Okay, I like what I saw. The very first highlight was all I needed. Okay, so we got a tree here. There we go. This is what Amorim is trying to achieve in his tactical system. See this guy here playing like a channel invader, like so here. It's like a playmaker of sorts. He supports him, then gets in, and then he does the final pass. So what I did was I had to play low crosses to get him to do the cutbacks. Okay, not bad. Okay, we're getting something. So what I can do now is drop the tempo. Tempo is a bit too high now, so we can drop the tempo. So it gives our team a bit more time to, do the thing that they need to do. Civic, there we go. AP again, another one, gives and goes, gives it to the wing back again. This is the reason why I wanted these two guys to be liberos, so I have another outlet. Now, if I play it this way, if I do this, what I have is the two guys coming up in the gaps, where the volantes are moving up, right? So they will move up to be to take over the gap left behind by the volante. Woodwork again. Oh, I finally got the goal. Oh my goodness, we are literally pounding this team. So like a 5-2-2-1 can play in so many different ways, There's a corner, I know, but you see, now watch what these liberos are going to do when we have possession of the ball. Defensively, it's still fine. There we go. Look at where the liberos have ended up. As the volantes start moving up, right, they will take over their positions. Okay, so one volante already went up, so the libero shot up straight into that hole. You can see more of it if we're playing on comprehensive. Okay. And the thing about I know the three defender systems is a good thing about them is you can exploit the match engine for corners. They score a lot of goals from set pieces. And believe me, I don't really do that in any of my saves. And you've been to my streams, you should also know I hardly ever do that on my streams, right? In fact, right now, I don't even know how to do it anymore. Civic. Friday, that will look good. See, the liberos have ended up in the positions. See, Lonka is a volante. Look where this libero is going. And this is the clearest indication of the libero and the volante. Libero has gone alongside the volante. There we go. So, libero, volante, volante. Three of them. Look at the positioning they take up. So as they push up, you get all these guys going. There's a reason you can do this if you want more pressure on the opposition. So you get all the players in the area. This is the reason why I went both ball into box and low crosses. The problem right now is that, I'm having too much fun. So we're going to do the ball playing defender again, and keep them back. Yeah, so we don't need that, right? My players need to be better. That's all. And I'm playing, my highlights are quite fast. And the other thing about these 5-2-2-1 systems, right? You have to remember, you're playing a back five, right? Okay. So, don't you think the opposition are ready to defend against you? Because it'll take your team quite a while to get up the pitch, right? So, sometimes what I do with these back five systems is to go and play on direct passing. Instead of playing short passing, I play direct. So I don't waste too much time with the ball. Risky, yeah. Defending, well, okay. Lonka, Zach, Popov. Popov is going to try. Nice. Ooh, we almost got another goal. Playing well. So this is a way that you can play, you can create a Ruben Amorim style system. So you can even do this, no? Like, okay, you could even do something a bit more funky. Okay, here, this guy is roaming, taking more risks, playing like a playmaker, but not hard-coded to be a playmaker. Okay? So, this guy comes up, this guy comes out, this guy goes here, right? What if you did this? You give him an AP role, and then you tell this guy, instead of doing what he's doing, go and do this. So because he comes up, he goes wide, these two will swap positions. So he might drive in, he might go even wider and end up on the byline. So there may not be a give and go anymore. These are the kind of things I'm going to miss when we are playing FM26. Because I suspect when FM26 comes around, the one thing I like about FM24 is the tactical creator. Because, yeah, there's a reason. This is the tactical creator that in FM12, when we all sat down together and said, let's design something for gamers. So we did this. Problem right now is when we are moving forward, you got to be a hardcore player. Yeah, I'm a hardcore player. So I like this because I can do what I want to do. I'm attacking. I know I want it to go here. I want it to go. I can visualize it. The problem for a lot of people in the game is they don't know where these roles are going. So I know where the roles are going. So it becomes like a game that's designed for me. But then it's not fair to you or Joe or Jack who never played this game before. So what SI will need to do is for FM26 is come up with a UI where when I'm attacking, you are able to visualize where your player is going to be in the final third, right? So that is going to be the biggest challenge. And I think that is what SI have to meet going forward. And in doing so, not lose the simplicity of getting that done. Because for me, it's really simple. The only thing you guys, the new player has an issue with is visualizing those how these changes affect the game. So we got this guy going in here now. This guy actually, we just scored a goal because the Popov scoring goal. Popov just scored a goal because of the instruction. I don't know if you guys realize that. Yeah, the last goal was direct result of the change. Right? See where Popov is? This sit narrow. This sit narrow. That's Popov sitting narrow. He's not going wide. He's going in, as the sit narrow instruction has told him to do. Yes, I would recommend doing that. If you change your role in the game Football Manager, highlight that role and go and watch him play. Very good instruction. Very good recommendation. Antelope, I think that sometimes I fail to tell people the same thing. I think that advice is actually solid. Say it loudly. Yes, I've had a great time. Thank you for those kind words. Yeah, I've had an amazing few days off. I didn't realize how much I needed it. And the worst part is, you know how many hours I've slept? God, I was out like a light, man. I landed, I was very tired. I was extremely tired because jet lag, right? And then I thought I was fine because I slept on the plane. I told myself, yeah, I'm good. I slept on the plane. I should be fine. Then when I got home today, just yesterday, today I got up. I ate 7 hours of sleep. I was like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, good. I should be fine. Immediately after lunch, I couldn't even keep my eyes open. I was like, then I was thinking maybe I'm not working out. Then boom, I knocked out. Another 4 hours. Another 4 hours I was out. I did good, Gave me some ideas of. I finally have my content idea for Football Manager 26. And this is what I'm going to do for the next version of Football Manager. Okay, guys, this is my plan. I'll tell you right now. Okay. Football Manager 24. What do I plan to do? Okay, I plan to do this for Football Manager 26. Okay. My save. And I've been thinking about what save I'm going to do, and I just come up with the save. In Football Manager 26, my save idea is going to be to manage two teams at the same time. Okay, I know it's going to be impossible, right? You can't be a manager of a women's team and a men's team at the same time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create two manager profiles, and I will I will play the save concurrently, meaning as I'm playing one game, I will have a save in another world playing at the same time. So I will switch between the two managers. The goal here is to try and get both teams to play with the same tactical system, the same tactical style, the same training schedules. Everything will be identical as far as I can make it, except of course for the players, because men and women. I want to know if the tactics play out the same way, the training plays out the same way, whether they develop the same way. Yes, that will be my save for FM26. What happens if I were to play both saves concurrently? Will they look the same? Will they develop the same? Will the tactics play out the same way? That is my save idea for Football Manager 26. Actually, yeah. I want to record that so I don't do it again, but I'll do it later, Let me. Oh no, I've frozen. Yes. I want to record this, so I'm going to say it one more time. How much value do you place in preseason friendlies to test your tactics? How much value? I place a lot of value in preseason tactic testing. Yeah. I do place a lot of value in preseason tactics. Okay, so what I'm going to do for Football Manager 26. Very simple. We are going to create two managers. Because as far as I don't know, this is my plan. I don't know if it's going to work or it won't work, right? Can it work? I don't know. But we do know that there's going to be a men's version of Football Manager. There will be a male world and a female world. We know they're supposed to coexist at the same time, same game world, right? Okay, so now, if all things stay the same, and if I were to assume that this is the case, then it only follows that I should be able to create a save with two managers inside there. A male manager and a female manager, or two male managers. Okay. In this case, what I want to do is I want to manage one team, and then I will get my other manager to manage a female team. The goal here would be for both managers to use the same tactical system, for both managers to use the same training schedules. We want to see how the two teams perform. It's just a crazy thing, but will they be playable in the same save? I don't know. We don't know. But if it works, it'll be a great way for us to test a few things very quickly. And that's my goal. So that is my save idea for FM 26. I believe it can work. I believe it can work. Okay. Let's go, baby. We already taken a 3-goal lead. We have created this new tactical system, the Amorim 5-3. What is it called? Amorim 3-4-2-1, right? Okay. The thing about Amorim systems, right, for Liverpool, the reason why they don't work in real life is because he doesn't have players who can play the DM position, get them to move up the pitch really quickly. But he has this goal. See what happened with the AP? I want you to remember what I did this role. This is like the Bruno Fernandes role. Okay? Look at what he did. Look at where he is. He swapped positions with the other dude and he went to this corner here. The other one is the AMA, right? So we have one striker here. We have the AMA here. And we have the what's the guy called? The AP, right? So the AP drifted into this pocket here. like Bruno Fernandes would do. And he moved into this pocket here. This AM roam from position, ended up wide. He goes in, he drops back, AP goes here. AM rather goes here. AP is now drifting to the right where he's supposed to be because of the focus play. Now the focus play on the right. Watch what this guy does, right? Okay. So earlier, Zach went here. But this guy's going to stay locked in. Right? He's going to stay locked in. Okay, where he is. He stayed locked in. So we're going to focus a bit more on that. So I'm liking what I see right now from our this tag thing. Again, there we go. Friday is here. Our AP is here. So I'm getting the AP on the right to move a bit more like how Bruno Fernandes would be moving left and right. Right? So instead of having 2 AMs, I have one as an AP. A. Oh, this is not too bad, man. We've done quite well. Our little Ruben Amorim 3-4-2-1. Of course, he has now moved to the right. I can't help it, you know. Yay! We mutilated this other team. First time ever we're using a 3-4-2-1 for this team. And we got top of the table with an emphatic win over Fox. Okay, alright. So who do we play next? We can't play this tag team in Europe. We don't have to play Glasgow Rangers. Oh my goodness. Oh no, we're gonna get hammered. We're gonna get hammered, baby. We got no players for this tag. Glasgow Rangers, we don't have players for it. No? We don't have all the players will be kids. We're gonna get walloped. Shinode has turned 17, so he's one of our young players. He's a bit fickle. I don't think we want to bother. Okay, so we got a couple of players here. I mean, looking at our players for the future. Here, Madras here. Takats, who is ends up playing with the first team Ogesh. Kabagi here. Then looking at our training and mentoring, right? We have them being mentored. He's already a first team member, but I can see. I mean, this guy is in the youth team, so I'm not a big fan of mentoring. I never bother with mentoring. And I'm hoping that the SI take bloody mentoring out of the game. I really want SI to take mentoring. I don't want it to be something like... one thing I really hate about FM is the fact that it's so gamey when it comes to playing. I mean, I don't mind understanding the personality. Maybe have a bit of a description of the player. And then make the changes. I guess they have to have personality. Politic went to the fiercest rivals this transfer window. Dennis Politic. Politic likes me. He's not living for the fiercest rivals, I guess. He's like, looked at me and he went like, yeah, I heard about you. You're the crazy manager from Singapore. Yeah. Always making us play different tactics and you want to kick us out. Okay. Daniel, don't kick us out of your room. Has picked up some mixed Daniel Ratnoti, right? Guys, positive, not negative ones. Sense of loyalty. Shit. I don't like this. I hate this attribute. Temperament is improved. Karma, okay. Handles pressure. It doesn't seem quite, is it? Ratnoti, right? Training, mentoring. Ratnoti, where are you? Fairly determined. That's about it. Oh, yeah, because shit. Take it out. We don't need him in that group. Fairly determined, leave him be, okay? Fairly balanced personality. The only reason why he's here, I can't know. I do it like this. This is how I do it. I ask the assistant manager to do it. That's how I do it. So fairly loyal, Zalan, Toth, balance. I think this will drop because we don't want fairly loyal to be an. I don't like fairly loyal. I hate it. Then we got Takaks in this group with fairly determined balance. This is fine. Then we've got balance. Balance fairly determined. We can kick this one out because balance is going to be mentoring them. So that's not so. Fairly professional. We keep this group. Adam Buggy can stay here. Then we've got this group. We don't need anything else because I mean Victor Popov. He's what? How old is he? He's 25 years old. Not like he's gonna make much of a difference, but okay. We don't need this group. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's how it works. How do we see all the detailed changes in personality? Yeah, but is it going to be necessary? I think personality just makes the game too gamey, yeah, in terms of for training and all that. That's my thing. Okay, Serafimov, Cordoba are playing. We got Kodro, Bharat. We've got to play this tactic away from home and see whether or not we end up making complete jackasses ourselves, which is always very likely. Okay, what we're going to do, this guy is going to use a winger instead of him. We're going to get Politic to play there. Okay, Politic, you play there, okay? Yeah, I know. You're not used to defending, but hey, man. What's the difference, eh? Cisse can't play because he's not registered. Half my team is like registered for this competition. Politic is okay, I guess. Huh? Can you play here? Never mind. Make mistakes once in a while is okay. Pasca is looking at me going, you want this guy to sit narrow, right, boss? Yeah. Okay, what did I do? Did I save this tactic? Hungary. Did I call it Amorim or is it? I think I did. No? Amorim, no, that was the one. Okay. All right, so we're going to take this guy out and bring Pasca in first. Politic will go up. Politic will rest. Okay, let's go. I just don't waste any time. I'll just play the game. We're going to lose anyway, so what's the point of trying to what? We're playing Glasgow Rangers, man. You think we're going to go there and win? Miracle. It'll be a miracle if we win, baby. Okay, we got high defensive, like high press, and they're like, oh, we are confident. We are taking this game to them. Yeah, let's go. McDowell, red one. Oh, defended. Okay, Davis now looks for options. He gives you a red one. Red one looks for, they get the ball down the flanks here. Again, a good block there. Again, they try to get in. Defending. Cleared. Okay, we can't handle comprehensive for this game. Key highlights. We don't want to die young. Look, I do not want to die on stream playing Football Manager. Okay, Zacharias across Civic. Romy comes in, shoots. And the manager from the sidelines is encouraging his team because we're not gonna. Doesn't have any effect, but I wish SR would just leave it in. Don't go in there. And, if they were gonna take out shots because don't have effect, they should take out team talks too because team talks don't have any effect either. And then they should take out interactions because they don't have any effect either. So why do you have so many other things in the game that don't really have any effect? Like, I don't know what the effect. Can you empirically tell me what changes as a result of team talks? Give me empirical proof, Football Manager, okay, Sports Interactive. I want to know. Because according to you, shouts don't work. Or you can't prove that it works. Or you don't know how it works. Or which of the three? Because you've never been clear about it to begin with. You should take out team talks, take out interactions, take out everything. Why, beautiful boys, you? That we're talking ourselves into trouble. Hey, we're not playing our defense, are we? Yeah, we're not. Better not. I can't play our defense. No work ball into box. No low cross. We're not that good. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, come on, boys. Defend. First half. Pranakawa is doing the. We have had more shots on target than Rangers. Rangers have had none. We've had 2. The Ruben Amorim 5-2-1. Okay, again here, Pascal to Aneba. Aneba finds Lonka. A Serafimov. Varga holds up the ball for Cordoba. Finds Civic. It's a good ball. It's Karanga. We have scored away from home at the mighty home of Glasgow Rangers. Just bring it DOF like what some other YouTuber was fighting for. Hello. Okay, how far can you change contract negotiations? Let me ask you a question. Okay, this is a very interesting talking point here. Okay, when people say improve contract negotiations, what do you mean? Because contract negotiations are a negotiation between two parties, right? They call the clauses in the game, right? So what can they change? How would you like them to change it? How would you like SI to change contract negotiation? Because I don't see a need to change contract negotiations. I mean, yeah, improve it in the sense it's not so like gamey, I guess. Like, installment your way to success. Or, yeah. Yeah, but how can they make it? I mean, I wish that it would be more simpler, like faster. Yeah. That's how I want to see. But I'm interested in your take. Let me know. How do you feel? How do you think you want to see them improve? Okay, we got the lead, babies. Ladies and gentlemen, we scored. Should we shout them? What a start, Anite. Okay, all right. We don't have a bench though. Oh no! Yeah, good save from our keeper, stepping out, stopping that attempt from finding its way into the back of the net. Again. Oh, they've scored. Ben Davis has scored. Yeah, 1-1. We want to get a draw, but Rangers have fought their way back with a set piece. Agi, Danilo. Well, look at the names today. We got a Haji, Danilo, and Ben Davis, man. We got Andreev, a Russian Saudi goalkeeper. But they've certainly improved their shot count. We berate our team. Analysis. Okay, this is looking not so good. Make substitution. All right, we're going to have to make a few changes. Perini will come on for Civic because he's not. Romy, we don't have. We're going to take out Ramda. Okay, that's 1, 2. Zach will come off for Politic. Okay. And Coutinho, I think. Okay, there we go. Come on. Oh, no, we don't have the pace. Oh, it's a pen. Like, less of the installment madness. I mean, installments are a big part of football contract negotiations, right? They are a big part. We can't run away from that. That happens in real life. So, but I think making it less manipulative should be the word for it. I think the AI should know when we're manipulating it. I think what they have to be able to see is us taking the AI for a ride, which is not the case right now, right? All right, we're gonna have to change this role. Advanced was way better for us right now. It's 2-2. It's 2-2. I tell you, an improvement can be done on contract negotiations. Right now in game, you have a negotiation rejected. 2 weeks, you can't get into another. That shouldn't be happening. Yeah, that's true. With the same player, you mean? You have to wait 2 weeks. Okay, that's a good shout. Being able to, Irida, he might get back in next 3 days, probably. But also maybe a design thing, right? Because imagine if you are playing a network game and everybody does, people do like a small little test, and then people, yeah, you must make it. You must make it. You can't make it something that people can exploit in a network game. Yeah, I would definitely exploit the fact that if it's 2 weeks, I make sure my negotiations are spot on. If it's 3 days, I'll just do a lot of trial and error negotiations. Yeah. I know I have a window of 3 days, so I can do a trial and error. Okay, we got the win and a draw, so we're doing quite well in Europa. Europa, we're doing okay. No, this is a Champions League. Oh yeah, we lost. Champions League qualifiers, we didn't make it through. But Europa, we did okay. All right, so our Ruben Amorim tactic is coming along quite nicely. We, of course, have to make some small changes now and then, but not major. So that's good news. How does the AI buy in dodgy ways? So we traveled away to Rangers. We got a point. That was a good result for us. The rest of our matches, we play Victoria Bison. Then, of course, we play whoever this is, Kuka Richie. They play Dinamo Kiev, Villarreal, Nice, Dunstreda. Okay, I think we have a strong chance. Our toughest opposition so far has been Glasgow Rangers, and we did well against them in the Europa. And we're avoiding a lot of English teams. We don't play any of the English teams, right? So we avoided Dortmund, PSV, Juventus, Hoffenheim. We did play Genk. We beat them. We had a massive win over Gaunt. That's Gaunt. We didn't play Gaunt. We didn't play Gaunt. We played Gaunt. Yeah, we avoid all the other teams. Okay, I think we might qualify for the next phase. Have Meister. First time watching you in a while. Welcome to the stream. Have you tried the FM tweak engines? It got me back. Yeah, no, not really. I tested it out, but that was about as far as I went with them. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Oh no, this is going to be fun. There are a lot of youth players in this. I recognize their faces, man. They're like looking at me going, boss, you really want us to play? Yeah, right. The rest of the team can't make it. Okay. Pirini looks like we're going to have to play some wingers now for a change. Okay, you play there. Cisse, you're not happy. You play there. Okay. How's about it? Okay, we got Kern, who's a youngster. I've never seen him. Oh, he's not. Really? He's a youngster. He's one of my kids, 19 years old, but give him a chance to play. Kern is going to play a lot more games, man. Because it is, I always make bids for players before the transfer. I never in the last 10 days. Yeah, last 10 days of the transfer window can be quite risky. Yeah, you want to be able to make bids for players at a much with some like 2 or 3 days to go, right? Okay, what we're gonna do is we've done this. Okay, we're gonna play him as a pressing forward instead of a poacher. I'm playing away from home. I'd rather have a pressing forward or what's it? Looks like it didn't matter. He scored a goal anyway. That was fast. Out of the blocks, baby. Out of the blocks they go. Zach coming in the AP, right? The AP role. He roams. Lovely. I love this. When I use the AP with a roam, he'll end up in this position. Then when we go down the right, he will anchor more or less. He'll stay there. Okay, good. Neba to Cisse. Come on. This is how you should be playing, man. Manchester United. Is Ruben Amorim's 3-4-2-1? Come on. Yeah, done. Scored the first brilliant goal. Very quick out of the gates, we did it. Champions League, we played really well against Glasgow Rangers. We did expect them to come roaring back, right, after they were a goal behind. And also the fact that at halftime, they didn't have a single shot on target. We thought we did really well. Second half, they turned things around. They got the equalizer. Then they took the lead, but we showed composure. We made a small change to our tactic, and we got the equalizer. I also ended up with AP on attack. Yeah, you have to play Bruno Fernandes as an AP. That way he goes to the left and the right. Otherwise, he won't. And focus play left and right is actually important for Bruno Amorim's system, because that's exactly what he does with his teams. They shift to the right when they're attacking. They get then the wing backs fly down the flanks. You don't have to play stay wider. I don't want to play stay wider. This is enough. Oh, lovely! It's another goal. Yeah, boom, 2. We are tearing them apart, man. We're getting a lot of the width. Half the time, right? Yeah, Football Manager isn't about the match engine. No, the match engine is actually quite good. The thing is, I think the challenge most people have is that they assume the errors and duties. That's it. Thinking that certain PIs were all the time. That's about it. What do you think about Ekitike? I think Liverpool, a lot of money. I did say Liverpool have a buffer of 200 over million. I did say that before I left for my holiday. I said I did say I expect Liverpool to be spending close to 500 million this transfer window, because they didn't spend any for the almost 2 transfer windows. I mean, 20 million doesn't count, and they have a lot of money to spare. They have a lot of money to spare. So I wasn't surprised. So Ekitike would be a good signing for Liverpool. I was thinking there are only two real targets they're going to go after. As Alexander Isak and Ekitike. And because of the tragic passing of Diogo Jota, they will not sign Alexander Isak because they need to get one more player in the door. Yeah, I think he signed. I mean, I think he's already almost through the door. He's very talented player. He's very good with the ball at his feet. Okay, Escobar is like running out of options. Oh, they got a goal. This one, our team fell asleep. We fell asleep. We fell asleep. Yeah, we fell asleep defensively. See this guy? And then he tracks this guy, but this guy is free. Yeah, this guy fell asleep. We are playing, of course, Musi on the left. He's not a wing back. He's a winger. So that is one of the reasons why we conceded the goal. Zach AP looking to run at defenders. Kodro! 4-1. Kodro is onside. Yeah, onside. Zachariasen, they cleared the ball only as far as our players. Who Serafimov lofted it in. Kodro with the header. The keeper well out of position. We get the next goal. Nick. I think it's offside. Ref. Pushing. No. Awarded the goal. The pass. Liverpool need another defender. And I'm pretty sure they're going to get a defender. It'd be very risky for Liverpool to go into another season and be a defender short. Okay, we conceded a really soft goal. Here we go, playing our defense because we do want to draw that team out. Zach, yeah. Because play our defense is a great way to create space for you when you're attacking another team. Especially if we want to create space down the, the flanks. Okay, so Habib, my guy, has to come off and we're going to play Bara there. Youngster as well. Hey, Matty, thanks for the 18 months, brother. Welcome back, brother. Do you think in FM26 this high pressing meta might change? I mean, you don't have to play high pressing, but I do think that there might be a lot of room for defensive systems. I mean, we always say that and hope. We always say that, but it's always full of hope, right? We can only hope. We can only hope. But I'm telling you something, right? Don't be surprised when FM26 drops, right? Everybody is going to have to first spend 6 months trying to come to terms with the UI. It's not as easy as, oh, we got a new game, let's go play. Half of us are going to be like, how the hell do we get from A to B? Because we all have muscle memory now playing this game. We've been playing this game in this current version for almost 20 over years. 10 over, I mean, for some of us, 10 years. But for like me, the Tactical Creator was 2011, I think. Yeah. Since then, since our fifth, that's a long time, no? A lot of muscle memory, No, it's not. You're not using a playmaker in a DM slot. Yeah, definitely not. Ghostis. It's 2 DMs. No, 2 Volantes, rather. So if you had to play a Ruben Amorim style system, you're looking at this. This will be Ruben Amorim's 4-2-3-1. This is my take on Ruben Amorim's system. This guy can be an advanced forward. He can be a poacher. It's up to you. I mean, you change it for the games that you need. Yeah, we saw Kwanzaa. We need 2 defenders. You need to be on Miles' ears, to be honest, for defensive formations. I think the reason why they are doing all these changes is to give us greater latitude when it comes to making changes. Yeah. And also, it's too easy to play the game now tactically for some. Yeah. But it's also incredibly difficult for the new player when he comes on. But I foresee when the game comes, everybody's going to go. Everyone's going to be lost, man. I won't be surprised if everybody's going to be lost. But you can't play defensive systems with Football Manager 24. I don't understand why people can't. Yeah, I can play defensive. I'm getting my ass kicked in Korea. 5-6-11 this season. 5 wins, 6 draws, 11 losses. Wow. While playing the Korean League, or you're playing physically in Korea? I play against Korean players. I wouldn't be surprised if you're getting your ass kicked by Korean players. Asian players are pretty good at this game, no? Be surprised. I'm telling you right now. Anybody also gone head to head with an Asian player? Asian players are gonna be quite good, no? Playing Korean League in FM. Okay. I met a few Asian players that are very good at this game. Very, very good at this game. I think if I were to play against Asian players, right, I wouldn't stack in the top 15, man, or top 20. Yeah. I probably would never be nowhere near them. They spend a lot more time, right, on players player selection than the average player. They can choose their players quite well. There's a whole mindset here, about when they pick players based on category, when I was talking to some of the Asian players, right? They look at players not in like a striker. They look at a player more like they look at attributes in groups. Yeah. So I think that's how people should be playing the game anyway. Like if you want to play, you want to get a defender, you look at a group of attributes, not just one or two. You look at the entire group and then give him a rating. Then you look at his technical skills and give him a rating. That's the best way to play the game. Badwits is a big fan of you. Badwits is a big fan of mine. But this is the first time I've taken more serious and not casual. Previously, I just used the editor as a crutch when it comes to player. You shouldn't use the editor, man. But I find the game tactically very difficult. It's very hard to get off the guys who player. Yeah, it is incredibly difficult to get off the. I totally agree with you. I think if you're a new player playing this game, you'd be fucking cursing and swearing at this game, man. You'd be like, what the hell is this? And why aren't the instructions clear? Where the hell is the manual? Come on, give me a manual, man. Please explain to me what's going on in the game. Yeah. Except, then you tell people, yeah, you know where's the manual is here. This is the manual of a football manager. And it's got everything in it. All the instructions, what the team instructions actually mean, they're all here. So you want to go and do your tactics, what are mentalities? I don't know. What are mentality? Mentality toss based score. Each base converts set under the hood. In terms of the player, action of players, then you go down. Roles and duties. Controls how wide you move the ball when in possession. Stretches the ball horizontally near one. Funnels play to the middle of the pitch. I tell people, the best part, when I told the whole world, hey, width, you want to play narrow, you want the ball to go through the middle, you don't use focus play, use narrow as a width. People are like, no, where does it say? Where does the game say this? Manual. Hey, I was like going guys, seriously, this is as to how high they should position when the opposition has the ball in the one half and when the team has possession themselves. Where does it say the defensive line is how high up the pitch is when your team has the ball? I kept telling it to everybody, it's there. Then you know what I did? I contacted SI. Hey guys, we gotta redo the manual. Okay, and please be more clear about the defensive line in the manual. And guess what? They did that. But nobody wants to read the manual. You don't want to play if guys, nobody wants to read the manual, it's not my problem, no. It's all here. So the thing is that you haven't have roles, right? I think there are roles here as well. Yeah, let me check. They don't give you the roles in too much. Yeah, let me check. That's the thing. I asked for a search bar, but I don't think we got one. Yeah, we don't have one. Then they got mentalities, play instructions, opposition. Yeah, we did the roles and duties about here. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. The only problem in the roles is what they couldn't do was the movement of the players. That one you gotta do it yourself. They want to feed you. It's in the manual. It's all in the manual. A lot of things are in the manual. But roles and duties, for example, things like this, right? PIs, right? I love putting PIs, but PIs are a tendency to do something. Okay. Then you go to the manual. Again. You gotta look for it here. Yeah, it's over here again. Okay. Again, come inside here, play instructions, come in here. You can then name to tell it the specific allows you to come in and play by as well as they don't say that here. Yeah. Each instruction acts as a modifier to ensure sound by the role duties. Yeah, but they don't tell you how much. They don't tell you there's overrides or whatever. Yeah, it's just a slight modifier, but modifier it doesn't do it all the way. You didn't even know SI had an official manual before today, correct? A lot of people don't know. So guy inside with the boss in narrower, the guy is gonna go this way. Roll from position, moving the channels. This one, yeah. Yeah, the best way is like what somebody else said. You click on the play while you're playing the game, and then it goes. But team instructions, play instructions, they are complicated for the new player, especially if you think about football in terms of the biggest problem with this game is how do people visualize where these roles go during the 3 phases. In fact, if SI could just address that, right, for the new player, everybody will be able to play the game. New players as well. They go like, oh, now I know where he's going to go when he have the ball. When we're on this side of the pitch, this is where he's going to be. When the ball's on this side of the pitch, there's where he's going to be. That's all the information people need. And I think if SI can address that and all you guys, that will solve a lot of issues. Problem is right now in the game, it doesn't, right? So that is the biggest problem for most people when it comes to tactics. But having said that, you don't have to be too overcomplicated with tactics as well. But a lot of us, the problem is, we like to be so nitty about the gritty. Okay, we just want to get everything down and dirty. We want to be involved in every little thing. Like where we want to be, like so. What's the word for it? We're literally ADHD about it, ADD about it. I think mentality of players should be building through their training results. Maybe. I think mentality of the players should be building through the training results, maybe transfers, giving a period of time. For example, you try high mental, but you just couldn't because it's not built yet. I think, United's problem is players. They don't have the players for their system. United just don't have players who can run in central midfield, the central part of midfield. They had players who can run, they solve all their problems tomorrow. Okay, we're playing against a 4-4-2 with 2 double inverted wingers. So we can expect this formation to play narrow with a wing back who will do a natural overlap. So it does kind of affect our right back. Because our right back is going to be flying. But heck, man, let's just attack them and see what happens. Okay, Cordoba will come in for Serafimov. You got Romy, Lonka, Popper, Zach, Friday. Yeah, let's go, babies. Let's attack. Attack. Our Amorim style 3-4-2-1. And away we go. Do we want to change something else? I think we'll work ball low cross. Yeah, we'll just keep it. To change anything else. Because here's Noster with the ball. Back to Andreev, our goalkeeper. I mean, if we want to push our liberos, we can. But I don't see the point now. The liberos will just push these guys up here. So they'll come here and the volante will come here. There will be a lot of side. A lot of players very close together. We don't need that. I might remove the sit narrow, and get a bit more width. Yeah, I think so. I think I better do that. That's the side. Yeah, attacking anyway. Okay, so we're just gonna do that. I have been okay, man. Benny Cage. I have been doing well. I took a break. Yeah, families. Took a bit of a holiday last week. Yeah. Been months since I've been able to catch live because of the time difference. Yeah, I know. The time differences are crazy, man. Trust me. I just came back from Europe. Was there for a few days last week. And then having to adjust on the way back is different. Some more in Europe, bloody hell, sun doesn't set at 9 o'clock. No, I'm Asian, man. Sun already sets at 6:30. The sun is coming down. When I go to Europe, it's still 9 o'clock. The sun isn't set yet. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, baby. I'm still drinking alcohol. I had a guy. But damn it, it's expensive. Booze is expensive in Europe. damn expensive, you know. I tell you, really, you know. I'm looking at bottles of gin. So I found a bottle of gin at the airport. It was quite cheap, but $25. I didn't even have time to buy anything on the way back. I was being rushed from immigration to the flight. There was barely any time for me to. I actually actually went past the alcohol counter. I couldn't buy alcohol, but I had enough time to go. Is this for us to try? Yeah, boom, went all straight to the plane. It was like quick what, man. The guy was laughing. I said, "Yeah, I need a drink, man." There was barely any time. Come on, get why does this guy just Civic? No wonder. The wingback is the furthest forward. Oh man. We gotta berate the whole team. Yeah, the cousin's wedding, no. The cousin's wedding next year. Cousin's wedding is gonna be even more. I got my cousin's wedding is July next August rather next week. I had another function to attend last week, so I went for that one. 2 weeks time I'm gonna be in Kuala Lumpur for my cousin's wedding. That's going to be 2 weeks. That one is a highlight. That's like Beja Bayu Punjabi wedding all the way. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're not going to waste too much time here. We're going to turn this guy into a poacher. So we get... we're playing poorly. So nothing I can say that's going to make us play better. We're just going to make a small change. And I'll just berate the team again just because that's the only thing that I can do which has no effect. Marley, how are you, man? I'm doing okay. Yeah, we're giving up penalties. We're losing. This is bad, man. Faroe have beaten us before. This is a team that has beaten us. Before. I'm not surprised. If I play a 4-2-3-1, we'll be all over this team. But we're playing a back five because we're trying the Ruben Amorim system, right? Like once again, I did say this. I rather play a 5-2-2-1 using a 4-2-3-1 than to use a system like this. Okay, so we got Romy. Left back, I think I'm going to ask Musi to play instead of Civic. Then we'll get Politic to come in here. Maiga for Romy. Okay, let's go. Fresh legs on the pitch. I will get up to attacking mentality. Pop off. Last change. I don't know if I can make another change. Cisse. That's it. Shirley for Varga. Disappointed that we lost 3-2. Tries Ruben's Amorim style tactics. Yeah, losers. I think largely it's players. For Ruben Amorim United, it's all players. He doesn't have these two. So these kind of systems, right? These two not good enough. You lose. We should be winning that game 3-2. That is down to complacency plus the fact that I don't have enough depth in my team. To be honest, right? Depth is a big problem for us at the moment. So our closest rivals go out of the table. That's okay. We'll take it back. I'm pretty confident we'll win the title. If I don't, then I should hang myself from the nearest flagpole. Got Victoria Weizen coming up in the Champions League. Okay, so that's a must-win game. We win this, we put ourselves in we'll be in a good position for the Europa Cup. All right. So they're playing a 4-2-3-1. Once again, we're going to carry on with this Ruben Amorim tactic in the Europa and the league. People have asked me, Dalji, do you ever read inbox? Actually, I had someone ask me that question. Was a guy from SI. Do you ever read the inbox? No. Anything? No. Have you ever read the inbox? In the last 10 years, I haven't touched the inbox once. I don't read a single message on the inbox. I'm like, does it affect my game? No, doesn't. So I don't read it. Okay, so Zach, these are youngsters. Look at that. I'm playing in the Champions League. I gotta play these guys. Modrin, Aneba, Kesmeti, Civic, Friday, Kodro. Okay, all right. And then who's this Kesmeti? Kesmeti cannot play. He's like about to collapse into a heap. We'll play. I don't know who can we play here, man. Musi play. Back there. Oh my god, I play wingers though. Yeah, it's a problem for me in K-League. I got Gimpo up to K-League. Finished 6th, but the club at 1 minute we got handed. No transfer budget. Yeah, that's a challenge when you're playing in Asia. Because not a lot of clubs have a lot of money, right? And then you got to go and find players. So when you're playing in those kind of leagues, the challenge is actually the rejuvenating your team. And I don't blame you for the struggle. I mean, you did the best we can with the that's why it's a challenge playing those leagues. Yeah, it's not easy, man. Oh, Pison squad. The problem right now is that I don't want to play this 4-2-3-1. I do not want to play this formation in Europe. I wanted to play the 4-2-3-1, but heck, but the most important are DMs or fullbacks. You need them top, then the rest can be lower. All you need is strong players on this position. You need DMs and fullbacks. Always, I mean, like Football Manager has always been like that, right? Yeah, you always need DMs and fullbacks, and you need them high up the pitch to be involved in things. Even for as long as I can remember, that's been the game. Remember the days I was playing 4-3-3 and I was telling everybody you need to have like five your benches have a lot of DMs, like 5 of them. Okay, we managed to get the equalizer, but we definitely have to win this game. So, but we don't have the bench to go to. So what do we do? Okay, look, these guys, we got no choice. You gotta have to sit in the area. Kudro, all right, just stay there. Try and link play up to you. We haven't done much in terms of creating shots. Friedrich is already injured. Okay, so he's gone. So we can bring Politic. Looking at my bench, there's nothing on my bench. There's nothing here that even suggests that we have somebody come on and play in any one of these positions. No? Okay, Civic. Oh, good ball. Romy does well. Musid he's not a wing back. He's doing his best. But he's a winger. You think that in these positions, muscle memory, you're there. Oh, what a goal from Cody. Is he offside? It could be, he could be offside. Yeah, what a sweet goal. Didn't waste too much time. Lonka to Politic. Politic took a turn and then found Civic. Civic just first times it into the area. Kodro, who rarely ever scores goals, scored the all-important goal. There's Civic again. Brilliant. Takax, the youngster. That's a youngster. Oh no, the keeper is out of position. He's out of position. The keeper was so he came out. He came out. The keeper had to make a decision, then decided not to go all the way. Stupid idiot. Stupidissimo. I wish more people did play in the Asian, South America, North America. They are very challenging leagues. The only problem is they're not, the word for it, this is how do I explain this? They're not based on reality. Yeah, that's how I'll explain it. Yeah. Those leagues don't have, like some of the leagues, they, like AFC, the Asian Champions League, for example, doesn't feature any of the IPL teams. Right? So China is not, some of these leagues are not fully licensed. So, at the end of the day, quite tough. What do you think about your team's transfers so far and Diaz wanting to leave? I think Diaz wants to leave. It's something that's Liverpool are probably never gonna let him go. That's the thing. Yeah, so that's never happening in a million years. He can ask as much as he wants. He's gonna be in the club for a few more seasons. He's gonna be in the club for a bit more time, right? Right. A youngster just scored a goal. I'm trying not to be too excited, but I think Liverpool Gonna be quite challenging for them next season. They got a lot to get done in preseason, man. So signing, I like Florian Wirtz coming to Liverpool. Yeah, MLS supporter, the league's not been racing. I've come to terms with. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I'm an Asian, that's why I live in Asia, right? So for me, it's quite tough. For me, it's quite tough. I literally I see these teams all the time. So that's one of the reasons why I can't play in the Iranian leagues as well. Like, I want to play Persepolis. See, I want to play with some of the clip. I want some of these leagues to be more playable, like Iran. The Iranian league is one of my favorite leagues in the whole world. Because of the old days, history. One of my favorite leagues. Then the Chinese league not being represented, so it's a rights thing. Yeah. And even in China, right? Most of the Chinese players in China, they don't play the Chinese leagues. They play the Premier League. They don't even play their own league. I've spoken to a guy who plays in China. Some Chinese friends are asking me to do content in Chinese. And then I can't. I'm not that good. So ask them what they all play Premier League teams, Liga teams. Nobody plays Chinese teams in China. Do you do custom? No, I used to do custom DB saves, and then problem with I got nothing against custom people who create custom DB, custom databases. My issue is I've always had crashes. Yeah, so I crashed a couple of times. And because I crashed a couple of times, notably one of the most famous crashes that actually happened live on stream was the China crasher. The one that I crashed the Chinese team. And I invested so much time and effort into the Chinese team that I even did all kinds of super long intros for the Chinese team. I custom intros, so every time I played, there was this special intros I'd cut for the Chinese team. And when that save crashed, so did my in the future. I just stopped playing with Chinese teams altogether. I couldn't. I just had to stop. Yeah. Just that was it. What can I do? What can I say? Because I use Master Gloss DB and it's been for connection in the below. Yeah, that's good. I mean, how far are you into it? Because I can go into custom saves for like 15 seasons, and that's when the problems start for me. Like, I'm not a 4-season, 5-season player. I'm a very long-term season player. So, it can be tough. So I stopped after that. It was just too painful. It's always contract. He wants an extension, but they want to give it to him. I think they should let him go. Maybe. But Liverpool are only going to let him go once they get somebody in. You're 1 or 2 seasons into the save. Yeah, that's still early. Yeah, I was in for quite a few seasons. I tend to play really fast. And then after that, I was like, oh no, it's broken. I can't do this. And it was like very depressing because I had to stop playing. And I was like, and I'm a content creator. So people always wonder, right? Why do you stop playing the save? They're going to give the same reason over and over again. They're like, oh, okay. So now I got this Hungary save. I mean, I'm pretty sure that SI did announce in FM23, for FM24, games will be backward compatible, so you can actually, I may just take Hungary with me to FM26. Yeah. But then I want to start a new save. You remember the save I was talking about women's and men's and seeing how maybe I can still maintain, right, Hungary, and then just create a new manager playing in England. Because women's teams, there are not many club competitions. So I'll be interested to try all that out. Okay, guys. It's time for me to go and put the kids to sleep. That time of the night again. So I want to thank everybody for coming on the stream. You guys have been absolutely sensational. Yes, and I can actually feel myself getting sleepier and sleepier too. Still recovering from those hours on the plane. So thank you for coming on today's stream. You guys have been sensational. Please stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you tomorrow. Yes, we're back to streaming. Bye.